stand number 2. And from Tie Happy, Robert Mudgway. What a final. This is gonna be awesome. I'm on the edge of my seat, and I bet a few of you out there are too. But I've got, how many sheep have they got to shear, Gerald?
Oh, they've got plenty of time to ease in it. It's 12. They're going to be shearing 12 of these second shear, and they're going to be hoeing into them. So, yeah, I'm like you. I get to the stage of the day and I start shearing them. You know, I start wearing myself out. I think I'm up on the board with them. You start lifting yourself off the seat and jiggling around like a cat on a hot roof. But anyway, that's nothing compared to these lads up there. They are so hungry. They've got this far, and they've got this last hurdle to get over. And then they'll take, this will be for at least 3 or 4 of them their only and last chance to take this title and have their name in this book for eternity.
Well, look at them go. They're all just having a quick look at their sheep. We do have a green light. Following this competition, we will have an instant prize giving once again, a very quick one. And then we're going into the open semi-final. So could we have the shearers on the board? You'll only get hurt in there. One of them will stand on your toe.
I just heard Dylan McGrady and Ethan Pankhurst, they went to shearing school together as novices, so they must have had a pretty good teacher. Maybe I should have gone to that shearing school, or should go to it. Righto, John.
Well, come on, gentlemen. We'll have you on the board. Referee Peter McCabe, pull them out of there. Stand number 1. Number 4. Thank you, gentlemen. Okay, we're ready to rock and roll. This is 12 sheep final. Make sure that singlet's tucked in there on 5. Michael, roll up your sleeves and tuck your singlet in. You're on show here.
You're going round the
Good
world.
luck, gentlemen. Timekeepers right. Judges, competitors, go. In they go this time round into Bevan Petty from Gisborne down on the far end. Hill's got the dream stand, of course. Plenty of open air down there coming in around the corner. He'll be able to suck a breath when he gets in the pen, and he can look down the board also and see what's happening down the rest of the board. Michael Ralston from Levin. He's come through the grades, this fella, and he's been chipping off some great finals over his years in the shearing game. Here goes Dylan McGrady. Look at him, big powerful shoulders on the young man from Masterton. Into the long blow, he drops on stand number 4. Cody Beck, Tamanui. He's got the braces on to hold the strides up. No pressure on the hips because he's going to be running in and out of his pen. He wants to walk light and steam it over the last side he comes. Ethan Pankhurst, probably the favourite here at the TAB odds. Coming across the shoulder, but you can't live on your reputation because this is another competition. And down and out to the flank for him. And the tie-happy lad, Robbie Mudgway, right on the button as well. He's about 5 or 6 shots off the pace. Morgan, lively lot here in this first sheep of the final of the senior.
Cody's first one out on the board with his second sheep. He knows he's going to have to keep Robert under pressure because Mudgway, the man on stand number 1, he is the clean master of the senior heats. He is always clean. You better go, Cody, because Robert says I'm right here, and if you make one mistake, I'll punish you for it. Dylan McGrady taking the belly off on sheep number 2. Michael Ralston's out the leg and into the undermine. Bevan Perry's a couple blows ahead of him, but Ethan Pankhurst, he's dropping into the long blow already, stepping over with a thump. He's taking the pace to these boys. Him and Cody sharing blow for blow here. Stands 2 and 3. Here we go. This final's getting faster. These boys have got a lot of gas in the tank. They're young, they're fit, and they're hungry for the victory. Here we go. Come on, boys. Stepping over for the thump, Dylan. Come on now, Michael. Don't ease back. Dig deeper. Ethan's in the pen for sheep number 3. Cody's in the pen for sheep number 3. It's getting fast. It's getting furious. Holy moly. Look at these boys go.
2 minutes and 30 gone.
2 minutes 39. Ethan Pankhurst setting himself up here There he goes, fires those two big ones up. Could it be his day? Ladies and gentlemen, I tell you what, you're going to be roaring by the time we get to sheep 7, because it's no holds barred up there. It's like a cage fight. You're just going to get up there and give it everything you've got. Start your motors, boys, and just let her rip. Away he goes onto the long rope. Those two little ones he throws in there. Your local man, he has won a series of shows this season, but this will be the pinnacle if he can pull this baby off. But he's got 5 other people around saying, oh, Ethan, you might be consuming the commentary at the moment, but I'm going to come at you, and I'm going to come at you really fast. Beck's going to have a go at him. He's a bit of a wild, dark horse, this Beck, but he's thinking, hey, we've got 12 sheep, ladies and gentlemen. 12 of these little babies gives me a chance to win this thing with time points. But if you want those time points, Cody, you're going to have to beat Mr. Pankhurst, who's right smack bang in front of you. McGruddy, another local, banging into the last shoulder there. Now have a wee look upstairs, ladies and gentlemen. What we're going to do here is we've got all the points. See all the points up there at the moment? We've got the board points, we've got the pen points, we've got the time points. Now they'll all stay up there to about sheep number 8. So you're going to know and track them exactly as they're going to make sure there's no Hollywoods up there. And sheep number 8, we're going to drop one of those off, so it's a surprise who really does win. So keep an eye on up there. Meanwhile, back to the board, Miss Ford. McGruddy out with the belly out the back. Flicks in there underneath that big paw of his. You see that? Fire that shot under there. Up, bang, bang. Right, Ethan Pankhurst, John. He is off to a flyer. Oh, look at this. He would be the favourite of the TAB at the moment. And on the journey home he goes once again, sheep 4. And they're doing them about 1 minute 5 seconds, Court and Sean.
He's loving every minute out the last side. All the Judge Mighty got him one there on the over the tail. Sure enough, they picked it up. They're very low scores along the top there at the moment, and round the back of the head and down towards the first shoulder. The big, tall Michael Ralston. He's full of sinew as far as he drops into the long blow. Finishing the long blow is Bevan Perry down there on stand number 6. Across the last shoulder he comes. They're just about halfway through the job. Out the last leg for Robbie Mudgway here on the front stand. He's got a .16, looking all right. They're all pretty close in the 18s on the outside job. There's nothing wrong with that at the moment. Of course, we'll delete one of those columns as my man said, Dylan McGruddy, Masterton, come on a little bit behind this fella. He's just trailing the field a little bit. Sheep number 4 or 5 on the board, is it for him? He can't be one behind him, surely. Over the top, Ethan Pankhurst comes across the shoulder, leading the way. But coming at him is Cody Beck and Robbie Mudgway here up the front, going up the neck. Michael Ralston's got 5 on the board, 5 on the board, the top knot off for Bevan Perry down the far end. Cody Beck comes under the shoulder as well, and in goes Ethan Pankhurst into the long road. McGruddy, just check those sheep numbers on that stand. Out the last leg come the man with the braces on from Tamarunui, the centre of the North Island. Here he goes, coming down the line, the old main trunk line to Tamarunui. Could be Ethan Pankhurst Nightmare. Cody Beck steaming up down the belly behind him. What about 5 or 6 shots back off the pace, I think, Morgan?
Ethan doesn't have nightmares. He's living the dream right now. This is his zone. This is where he comes to life. Up in the bright lights in this senior final. Here we go. Dylan McGruddy, the young 18-year-old from Masterton. He's got sheep number 6 out on the board now. He's starting to enjoy himself. His muscles are starting to warm up. A little bit of sweat coming, but he enjoys it. That first beads of sweat, that's when he knows he's starting to work. He's starting to flow now, punching those shots in the undermine. Top knot comes off in one blow. Up the neck he goes. He's just cruising around there. Michael Ralston's in the undermine too. Our man on stand number 6, Bevan Perry from Gisborne. Up the neck he comes, folding that sheep round as he steps into the shoulder, and he'll be dropping it for the short blows. Ethan Pankhurst, he's been there, done that, and I'm into the undermine for 7th sheep, he reckons. Robert Mudgway up the neck on sheep number 6. Quick change of steel for Cody Beck, Gerald.
Oh, well, we'll see what happens from here. But Pankhurst, let's go back there again. He's starting to enjoy this. That's a bit of an issue for the rest. He's starting to get that head banging and really starting to swing that body. He's having a lot of fun. But don't forget about Robert Mudgeway on this front stand, ladies and gentlemen. He has won a lot of shows this year from Tai Happy, this boy. He'll be having the job right. The issue we've got here is the job quality becomes just a wee bit less important and the time points become more important. Hence why the brakes come off. You take the handbrake off, you whip all your revision mirrors off, you just put her in gear and you plant it and get going forward. And that's what Pankhurst is doing. There's only one place I'm going and that's forward. Down the little hole, get down that hole there, you little beauty. He's going to go for a change as well. Now another man, Ralston. Ladies and gentlemen, he pulled off a Shearing Quality Award last night. Okay, so he's going to have a really tight job. Keep an eye on those points. You've got them all above you there. Okay, look at this live streaming all around the world and the camera beside that. Now, focus back down here. Pankhurst, your local man. Into it once again. Up the neck, making it look easy, starting to have real pattern, flicking the steel out of the wall now, thinks he's back in the shed. He is in the zone. What's the zone? That's the place where he's not hearing us. He doesn't know he's at the Golden Shears. He's just in his little place, the happy place, and away he goes. The job looks good from here. Beck's the next man trying to chase him. McGuddy. There he goes, nice and clean, all the way out to the toenails. Oh, John, look at that. That's a little beauty down there too. He'll be proud of that one. The judges will be struggling to get much off that one out the back.
Well, certainly, just the board points amazing me. Just keeping those second cuts to a minimum, and they're whipping these sheep down. 9 and 15 gone. In goes Ethan Pankhurst for sheep number 9. He's got a sheep around the tie happy lad for Robbie Mudgeway on the front stand, but hey, the quality's still happening and everywhere right from 1 to 6. Out the last leg now, a little bit of trouble on the head there for our man in the middle, Cody Beck from Tamarunui. Masterton's Dylan McGrady around the back of the head, the difficult part of the sheep, the first off shoulder, about to be lined up, and he rocks and puts in the shots up the long blow. Oh, Masterton's Pankhurst has found a couple of extra blows. He'd be 20 blows almost in front of Cody Beck now. Round the back of the head for Michael Ralston. Down there on the far end, the tail, number 6. Gunner comes around over the top on the last side. Sheep number 8, almost done for him. But the pressure on, I counted the strokes the last time Pankhurst went into the pen and he was 15 ahead of Cody Beck. You count them this time. In he goes, so he's a good half a sheep in front this time. That adds more pressure. Pressure coming on for Mudgeway. He's got a sheep around, but he's still holding there. 1.8. They've taken out those points. You can't see them anymore. You've got to guess now what the outside judges are doing. Can they maintain him? But it's all still pretty even in 33s and 34s up there in the tally at the moment. Under the shoulder comes Cody Beck, and they've got 2 left in the pen for Pankhurst. Oh, can Masterton bring this fella home, Morgan?
Robert Mudgeway says, off you go, Ethan. You make one mistake and I'm going to punish you. Look at the job the man on stand number 1's doing. He's not worried about the pace. He's just polishing this sheep. He knows one sheep and it can all turn. This is a senior final at the Golden Shears. You've got to bring your A game. You've got to shear your little heart out, Ethan. Come on, Ethan. Punch out that last leg. 10 sheep on the board. 2 more in the pen. Cody Beck's got his 10th sheep on the board. Dylan McGrady's coming down the last side on sheep number 9. Michael Ralston's polishing off sheep number 9. It's a good even race. Ethan's got a little bit of a lead, but the others are coming for him. No room for mistakes. Look how tight our quality points are, Gerald.
Oh, she's tight all the way. I tell you another thing that's tight, and that's the lungs on Ethan Pankhurst. You watch his breathing, ladies and gentlemen. He is huffing and puffing in there like the dragon. Round the back of the ears. On that last side, you see him. Look at him. See him gasping for air. If you can see that from here, you've got a great pleasure when you can sit this close to athletes of such quality. When you can get, 10 metres within there, right beside them, see what they're up to, see what their breathing's going like. We've got 1.5 sheep to go for Ethan Pankhurst. He is the rabbit of the field. If everything goes well from here, he should finish first, but he's going to need a hand because he's starting to lock up. He's sucking air. The sweat is not dripping, but pouring off his forehead. It's pouring off his nose. See him gasping for air, ladies and gentlemen. He is giving it everything he has got. He has pulled on every single tool out of the toolbox. This is the last one arriving on the board. That's what he needs, ladies and gentlemen. He is one of your boys. Let's get right in behind him. Bring him home, folks. You've only got 40 seconds to do it. Let's go, Ethan.
Down the first off leg he goes. I can see you're starting to sense the excitement. He may be about to make history here. Get it around the back of the head, and he's starting to free up a little bit. Oh, they keep him flat and keep him hard because they'll ping you otherwise as he drops into the first off shoulder. They're starting to dance on the floor here down in front of us here in the microphone. Out the last leg comes Robbie Mudgeway. In goes Cody Beck for his 12th and final. Out the last leg for Michael Ralston. Undermine coming off down on stand number 6. Then under the shoulder and down at the flank. Here comes Ethan Pankhurst. 13 and a half minutes back, and as he reaches for the button, ladies and gentlemen, whoa, Wairarapa!
13 minutes and 33 seconds. That is a quick time. He set the pace right from the start, right from the drop of a hat. Has he got the quality? Robert Mudgeway stepping up the neck on sheep number 11. Cody Beck's stepping over for the long blow on sheep number 12. But they can't touch Ethan now. He's been there, done that. Michael Ralston, sheep number 11 on the board. Bevan Petty, sheep number 11 on the board. Dylan McGruddy, sheep number 11 on the board. Coming out the last leg. They're cruising along. Well, no one will know the results, but the judges out the back. We've seen it before. You can finish first and not win. You can finish last and win. Rowley Smith finished last in the open final and still won it. It's still a race. These boys are still giving it all up there. Robert Mudgeway comes around the last side on sheep number 11. Here we go.
Robert Mudgeway. Look, he says, man alight. This is a lot of fun up here. And he's doing the finishing touches right out there, right out the toenail. Ralston already with a trophy in the cabinet for quality, and he'll be doing that again here. It does happen. We do have the Nathan Stratfords and the likes in the house that win these competitions from a sheep down, but it definitely gives you a huge advantage when you got all those time points up your sleeve. So Ralston's still working away. Then we've got Dylan McGruddy, ladies and gentlemen, from Masterton, and also bent over there, getting tired. It takes a lot of strength to hold your body up now when you're this tired. He's been really working for 15 and a half minutes, giving it everything he's got, ladies and gentlemen. So's Bevan Perry. Give him a round of applause. It has become the hidden stand on the bottom there. Give Dylan McGruddy a round of applause too, please. Bevan Perry working one of the dark horses down there. Hasn't made a lot of finals that I could see with a bit of research last night, but he's given it everything he had there. And Ralston's on his last and final one. Mudgeway's on his last and final one. What excitement that was, John. That's, well, we won't say it's as good as it gets, but it's right up there.
They're all saying beautiful, mate, as they come down the last side. The pair almost as a twins, they reach for the button. Give them a hand, ladies and gentlemen. Robbie Mudgeway and Michael Ralston, the Shearing in the senior final. And just as we've got Cora going up there to have a couple of words with some of those competitors, is the man from our into the TV TUI invitation, Barry Kidd and Carmen Smith and Gino Pugh. Are they in the audience? Please come to the announcers table.
1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, Masterton, the War Memorial Hall here this afternoon. Look, this young guy here, Ethan Pankhurst, is a hero. Give him a good hand, ladies and gentlemen. The points are not calculated yet, but we had to come and talk to Ethan, and his mum has flown up. Trudy, you've flown up especially to see this guy in action. And I've often said, there's your mother over there, and I've often said, this is an instant prize giving, so we've got a little bit of time to fill. And no disrespect to this guy, but you've done the miles and you've had a lot of good wins. So Ethan, just have a couple of words to everybody. I'm sure there's one or two people you would like to thank at this time.
Just thanks to Mum and all the family for coming up to watch. That was pretty cool. And just went flat out. It was good fun.
You're looking forward to the open class?
Yeah, I kind of am, I suppose. It'd be good to have a go with some of those fellas.
Hey, well, Wairarapa or Masterton's never had an open winner in no pressure, and we'd always look for that time. David Buick is permeating on the edge there. Now you're going to step into the open ranks. You've done enough shows. You've had enough wins. So you're looking forward to that and carrying on from where you've left off.
Yeah, very much so. Should be good. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, give this young guy a good hand. And all those other senior finalists, the Golden Shears, Senior Shearing, Agrifert is the sponsor, ladies and gentlemen. And these are the guys that made it. And we'll go across to Karen McAnulty.
Thank you, Koro. The Agrifert Friends of the Golden Shears, Senior Shearing, will be presented by Neil Cross from Agrifert.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sweating just standing here, but watching that was great. And this is the close I've got to the stage. You can have this, boys, I dare. But what a great effort, guys, and see such a young team there. Well done. I think you open boys got a bit of young blood coming through, so you're going to get some shocks in the future, boys. So, but on behalf of Agrifert, it's just been a real treasure being here. I've thoroughly enjoyed the 3 days, and I should thank my boss for taking me up on this it was a crazy idea at start, but it's turned out to be a pretty good one. So if he's watching or does watch, I want to thank my boss for allowing me to do this, and just great to be here, and a real honour. This is a real honour. I really thank you guys. And Mavis and the team, appreciate it very much.
Well, as Koro mentioned, Masterton has not yet produced a winner of an open final. But what do you think, Masterton? Have we produced one for the senior final? The winner will receive $1,200 plus the Doug Buick Memorial Tray. Your winner, from Masterton, Ethan Pankhurst. Well, you've just spoken to Kuro. Now it's your turn to speak to me as the winner of the Golden Shears Senior Final. Congratulations.
Thanks very much. I'd like to thank Agrifert for the sponsorship of this event. Also all my family again for coming up. That was pretty cool. All the other boys in the final, awesome. And all the judges and committee for everything. Also the Woolhandlers down the front, awesome job. Cheers.
Second place will receive $600. Cody Beck. Third place and $400, Bevan Pere. Fourth place and $300, Robert Mudgway. Fifth place and $250, Dylan McGruddy. Sixth place and $250, Michael Ralston. There is also 2 more awards to be given out in the senior ranks of shearing in the Golden Shears. The John Midwinter Memorial Shield is awarded to the shearer with the best quality points in the senior shearing semi-final. The J.H. Bryant Memorial Trophy is awarded to the shearer with the best quality points in the senior final. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of both these awards, please congratulate Ethan Pankhurst. We'd just like to take the opportunity to make you aware of the Friends of the Golden Shears. The Friends of the Golden Shears co-sponsored this event. It is an initiative for local businesses or individuals, or indeed those from further afield who would like to support the Golden Shears, can become a friend, contribute financially and in other ways to assist this great event to continue on its way. For more information, you can see the Secretary's office or one of the officials here today. It's now time to bring you to the semi-finals of the open shearing. I'll pass you to our commentators to introduce you to the competitors. Thank you.
Okay, we'll move on now to our event 42, the last event on the card. Thanks, Karen. The open shearing semi-final, where each competitor will shear 10 second shear sheep. The final that will be held this evening. The big